Hello, and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of Jake and Joel Start the Video Slow. We want to talk about the best, hands down, card in Standard right now. It's Shock, baby.
It is so commonly shocking that you would bring this up.
Right now, I have been absolutely overwhelmed by the overperformance of Shock. This is a card that we have had. It was in M19. We've had it for, the full last rotation.
Yes.
But lately, it has been overperforming for me. Jake, ask me why.
Why is the 2 damage to any target good?
This is why. It hits Golden Goose. It hits Teferi after they play it and minus him down. It hits Knight of the Ebon Legion, which is in every single black deck right now. What else does it hit?
It hits anything with a 2-butt. It hits a lot of, planeswalkers. It hits anything.
Absolutely. Pelt Collector before it can grow.
It's Knight of Precinct 1.
Knight of Precinct, right. Yeah, exactly. All of the Knights multicolor lists.
Engines. It hits, the Cruel Celebrant. It hits the Corpse Knight.
Absolutely.
Just tons and tons and tons.
Pelt Collector before it grows. Robber of the Rich as it's coming in, if that card ever catches on. The black-red Menace card that I'm in love with, the Stormfist Crusader. It hits Stormfist Crusader before that engine can get going in my Rakdos deck. This is a card that is overperforming. Obviously, that means cards like Disfigure are also good right now. -2/-2 for 1 mana at instant speed. It also means that cards like this are excellent right now. Bone Crusher Giant. I don't think anybody's sleeping on this card anymore, but I do know that I'm seeing this card pop up as a 4 of in more and more decks. You love this card, right?
Oh, I'm a huge fan. The fact that we were just talking about it, we have a Shock that's attached to the adventure side of this card called Stomp.
Right.
And damage can't be prevented this turn.
Yep.
And once you cast it, so for 5 mana total, you're casting a Shock and you're getting a 4/3 that when it's targeted, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. So there's a lot of value here. You pair it alongside Shock and you're answering a lot of the meta on just simply 8 cards.
Exactly, and honestly, that's a good point. When you're analyzing these adventure cards, would you pay 5 mana for a 4/3 that said when it enters a battlefield, it deals 2 to any target, and when it becomes a target of its spell, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller? I would play that card. And
100%.
then, dude, it's all upside that they split it up so that you can do 1 on turn 2 and 1 on turn 3.
Yeah, if Stomp were sorcery speed, it would make it a lot worse, but it always feels good to stay open knowing that you have Stomp as an option.
Absolutely. Absolutely it does. This is just a real quick PSA that we wanted to make for everybody because, honestly, Shock has always been good. It's the base of any good burn deck. It's solid removal. And it's the best 1 red mana removal we're probably ever going to get. I doubt we'll ever see Lightning Bolt back in Standard. And it's just been overperforming for me.
Yeah, and I don't expect it to get worse. I expect red to be an answer to a lot of these pesky decks that have these 2-butt enablers. So just know your standard and make sure that you're building things correctly.
Know your standard, I think, is the good point out of that. There are 2 types of comments we want below. 1, Jake and Joel, we know Shock is good. Water is also wet, the sky is blue, and grass is green. The other type of comment that we love for you to leave below is, what are you killing with Shock and Disfigure and Stomp that you think is a crucial kill early in the game that really can tilt the odds back in your favor? Let us know. I'm tapped out.
And if you didn't know, it may be a shock to your grass when your dog pees on it too much, because your dog's pee is rich in nitrogen.
Right.
And a little bit of nitrogen is good for your grass, but too much.
Exactly. Yeah, I was going to say, and there's some types of grass that are more resistant. Welcome back to Jake and Joel, our gardening. I'm tapped out. Later.